Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time to do my other hand. So I wanted to do a little bit different than what we did on the left hand. I've prepped everything already and I grabbed these. I'm not sure if I've shown you these before. I've used them once. Didn't quite like them, but I thought, let's give them a second chance. So they are very, very straight is my only issue. They don't seem to have that much of an apex, but I don't like, those proper like curved ones that you can get. I hate them. So I thought we'd give these a try instead. So I'm just making sure that if it's sidewall to sidewall, try and get it a little bit bigger because we can file away any excess. Just so that there's a bit more of an apex. You don't want it, it's not like a press on, you don't want it to fit perfectly. You want it to be a bit bigger so that there's a gap for the product to go in. So I've sized everything up already. I've prepped all my nails and I'm going to work on my thumb first, as always, going in with that Model One's nail dehydrator, which by the way, I'm loving. It's much better than that weird one that I used to have before. With the Madam Glam non-acid nail primer next. Make sure that you wait for the dehydrator to proper go. Your nail goes like a whitey, crusty white. Then I have base coated my thumb with Beetles base coat. Give that a 60-second cure. And then I want to use the pink one that I used on 3 of the nails in the last video. The nude pink extension nail gel from Born Pretty. So I like to warm it up a little bit first. I didn't leave it long enough. So you can put it in a bowl of water, nice hot water, with the lid on obviously, and let it just sit there for a little bit to make it runnier, make it softer. But I'll tell you what I like to do. I don't know whether I should tell you this. I put it in my bra and just leave it there for a bit. Oh, but yeah, it works. So I've taken a little bit and I've put it in. Please wear gloves. Please don't copy me. Use gloves. Put it into that nail form. And then I used a variety of tools. I used a silicone tool. I used the tiny cuticle pusher, the orange wood stick. I used a metal cuticle pusher. You know what the best one was? It was my finger. Wetting my finger with a bit of alcohol, which you don't even have to do because it isn't really sticky. It doesn't leave any like sticky residue layer or anything. Like if you touch polygel and stuff, that's, it's sticky. But this doesn't. But I wanted to make sure that there was no air bubbles or anything. Flipped it over, and yeah, just pushing it in with your finger worked perfectly. So these are going to be a little bit shorter than the set on my left hand, and I'm just squidging it on my nail. I don't know how best to describe it. Squidging it on, making sure it's all straight, making sure there's no like excess on the underside. If there is, just push it up. Like I said before, they're very, very straight. There's not much apex with them. They've got a beautiful C curve, which is one of the reasons why I brought them, because they've got the lovely C curve and they're not like those proper curved. I'll put a picture up of them now. Yeah, those things, I hate them. When I first started doing nails, polygel nails and gel nails, I loved them. They were absolutely massive a few years ago, but I just don't like them. But this is it, and I wanted to make sure that was it cured. It had 60 seconds, and then I flipped it over, did it another 60 seconds upside down, and then I pulled the form off. Just give it a wiggle, and it popped straight off. Didn't really need an alcohol wipe over the top of it. Like I said, there's like no sticky layer whatsoever, but we needed to do some clean up because of the oozing and the spillages. Cut my finger, as always. It's so hard for me to do my non-dominant hand, but there is a few like air bubbles, a little like crevices, little gaps that I've missed, but that's that's what I'm on about. You see that straightness that was there? There's no apex, and I wasn't really up for building one today, so I just kept them nice and short. But I'm going to get on with the rest of them, and I had an idea doing the rest of them. I was going to do them one by one, and I was like, because it's not ooey and gooey, because it stays, if I prep all of my nails, prep all of the plasticky forms, get all the goo in there, and then put them all on my fingers, they're not going to move. And then before I cure them, I can just make sure that they're all, honky-dory before curing them. And it worked out really, really well. And it's a time saver as well, because you're doing 4 nails straight away in one go. After wearing the nails on my left hand for, how long's it been now? A week? And I've had this on my right hand since Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was. I definitely prefer the ones on the left hand, the shape and the whole thing. So I will be using like the proper paper forms from now on if I'm going to use this Born Pretty extension gel, rather than these plastic pop-off forms. So filed them all down, shaped them, did what I needed to do, cleaned it all up, and I'm very happy with them, apart from there's no apex, like I keep saying, and there's a few air bubbles. They're very straight. Yeah, not sure about these. Nothing wrong with the product at all. Love it. Don't like those pop-off forms. So I've grabbed a bit of the Born Pretty rubber base gel in 06 just to fill in any of those gaps that we had. And look at it, it's literally a perfect match. I love it. So now I've just got to add some jazz to it, I suppose. I've grabbed Magic Dust from Born Pretty. I wanted to keep it simple to a certain extent, like the design. I was thinking of using stickers and stamping plates, but I really do love freehand art, you know that. So I'm just grabbing the application brush from Madame Glam and putting a big blob of the Magic Dust on my thumbnail. I'm going to do the same to the middle finger, but do like two misshapen blobs. The sun is shining so much right now. And on the ring finger, a nice bigger blob as well. Give that a cure, give that 2 coats. And then I've grabbed the black gel paint and a really, really, really fine brush. One that is from Shein, but I trimmed the bristles down so it's even thinner. And now it's like my favourite brush in the whole world. I reach for it every single time. If I'm doing something really detailed, this is the brush I go for. So for the thumbnail, this is actually inspired by some of the stickers that I was going to use. I'm just drawing a straight line, well, a curved line, and adding some leafy designs to it. It's very, very hard to do with my left hand, especially trying to get it on camera as well. Yeah, I just kept on going out of focus, out of shot, and couldn't get my hand to go the way I wanted it, like to draw the actual leafy design on it. So I've done pretty much the same on the ring finger as I have to the thumb. We added a few black dots with the dotting tool, and then a few gold gel paint dots with the dotting tool as well. And on the middle finger we've just done 2 small leafy patterns. Grab the applicator brush again, and we're going to put some black splodges. So one on the index finger and one on the thumb. No, the little finger, the pinky finger. Give them a cure, do 2 coats of that as well. The gel paints will take 60 seconds to cure, and the gel polishes for Madame Glam take 30 seconds. So I've grabbed the gold gel paint, and looking back, I think I should have stuck with the magic dust so that all the gold was the same. And like skip the gold gel paint dots on the other 3 nails as well. I think I should have just done the pink gel extensions, the black gel paint and the magic dust, and that is it. They're the only colours I should have used. But we're creating like a little rainbowy thing on the index finger, and then 3 dots, and we're going to join them as like a little florally pattern as well. And we'll do the same 2 little ones on the pinky finger. Now originally I wanted to do these matte, but I added a bit too thick a matte top coat on my index finger, so the only way to rectify that was to make them all glossy, and I am not mad. They are much nicer glossy. Give them all a cure, give them all a glossy top coat or whatever top coat you want, cuticle oil, and we're done. I'm over the moon with how these have turned out, especially using my left hand, my non-dominant hand, to do some nail art. I'm well impressed. Yeah, I love the Born Pretty nail extension gel. It's fantastic. It's such a nice nude pink colour as well. Definitely use the paper forms rather than the plastic pop-offs, unless you've got some really good pop-off ones that you've used, you love, you know. Yeah. But for me, personally, I would use the plastic forms. But I love them. Hopefully you guys do too as well. I've left all of my discount codes on the screen. Beetles and Madame Glam, you can get 30% off and 10% off at Born Pretty. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye!